Alright, so probably the first thing to do would be, yeah, I think everybody can see. All right. Well, it looks like we got 3 people in here so far. What we're doing today is, first off, I'm going to start with this cage. But what we're doing today in this live, and I've been trying to go live more often if anybody doesn't notice, but what we're doing today is we're going to take this 36 Rovin 36 single ring out, and we're going to put that Kraken K320 in it with this boom pipe on the back, and we're going to see how that, how it runs. I know that engine's not going to be as much of a turd as it was in the Vesla, because I don't know if anybody's seen that run and her break-in video, the first run of the Vesla, but I ran it with a stock engine, and that thing, I mean, you could tell it was completely stock. And so it barely moved the machine. I mean, not barely moved the machine. I mean, we had wheel spin and stuff, but that's just because the tires didn't have no tread on them. But anyways, I have a feeling that, well, I know that engine's going to be a pretty decent engine once it gets a tune pipe put on it. So oh man, good thing I caught that. I'm gonna have to re-weld that bracket on there. I guess one of them times when I plugged the pipe full of mud that it must have broke that bracket, or broke the weld anyways. And the way I designed this cage, I know, of course you guys can see, but it just, what holds it on is nuts. I welded bolts to the bottom of the cage. So there's the cage, nice and light. That is for sure. And then we'll go ahead and get these tires out of the way. Don't see any comments in the chat yet, unless I missed them already. And then we go to this side. I pre-loosened these already too, in case anybody's wondering why they're already loose. And then kind of want to show you guys what was going on. Yeah, that video, I recorded it yesterday and I also published it yesterday. So in that video, what actually was going on, there's a few different things going on. This ended up coming loose, and it did not break that pin. And I knew it probably didn't break that pin. I didn't think this little 36 had enough power to do that, because those pins are beefy and they are hardened. So I just basically, one of these grub screws came loose and I lost one of those pins, which I think in the future I'm going to put heat shrink around that drive cup so that doesn't happen anymore. I got some heat shrink here. I'll go get it. But I got different sizes. But yeah, here's the heat shrink that I got, and I'd say that's, I don't know, one inch or whatever. And then I got this stuff. This is huge heat shrinks too. So, but anyways, I want to heat shrink these to get them you know, so the pins don't fall out if the grub screw comes loose. So we got our rear tires off. Next thing is we're going to take off this wheelie bar. We can make this a little faster, I think. Okay, we got the potato bar off there. We'll just set this down here. And next thing, yeah, it seems like that exhaust was coming loose. You can see a little bit of oil and stuff up in there. So yeah, we'll pull that next. Get the 4mm. Get my 1/4 inch extension set up. Am I missing any comments? Nope, nobody's saying anything. Might not even be anybody in here. That's all right. There we go. And then what I did is I don't know if you guys remember, or if you guys seen when I was putting this together, what I did is I went ahead and used this diffuser, but what I did, or whatever you want to call it, but what I did was I dremeled this out so it matches the port sizing. It's called port matching. So we'll get this pipe out of the way, and there's the bracket that broke off. So next, we gotta plug that exhaust port. Plug it like that. There we go. Okay. Next, I'm going to do probably throttle linkage. There we go. I'll save fuel for probably last. And then I suppose the next thing is get this gear plate off. Pull that off. Oh, I should have done this first. This will work. God, I knew that was going to happen. that baby out of there. Chat's dead. I must have picked the wrong time to go live. Get these gears off of here. That. Oh, the bearing came out with it. That's all right. Stuck on the pinion. Here we go. This. Oh, what the crap. What's up, Juniors Moto NRCs? What's up, John? Now I'm starting to see some people in the chat. I thought there for a minute, guys. I was thinking, man, you probably picked a really bad time to go live because I wasn't getting anybody in the chat. But hi, guys. So what we're doing today is we're pulling this this Rovan 36cc single ring out, and we're gonna put this Kraken K320 in it. I'll show you the engine, but we're not going to use that can exhaust. I'm going to be putting a tuned pipe on it. So that's what we're installing. I don't know if I showed you the front of the engine, but that's what we're going to install. And I just want to see, how well the 32 pulls the Rocat hybrid, because it's actually really light. I think it's actually lighter than the Rampage was, and the Rampage was my lightest machine. I think it was like 26 pounds or something like that. But so get this out of the way. And what I'm thinking about doing, guys, actually what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to be ordering, come on, spit it out, Benjamin. No, I'm going to be ordering, what was it? Another top plate, because I need this, since the top plate that was on the 71 was busted when we were going back, and remember when I went live and we were installing the 71, that okay, you guys still there? There we go. Sorry about that, everybody. I had an alarm set to swap out the laundry, and it just went off, and that's what cut out the live stream. So I apologize that, but yeah, I hope so. But yeah, what I was talking about when I was talking about this top plate is I'm thinking I'm gonna put this one in the rooster, because this is the one. Yeah, this is the one that was in the 71, and it's busted. Yeah, you can see it's cracked right there. I don't know how well the camera can pick that up. You see. Anyways, there's a crack in it. And this is the one that was on the Punisher, and so I robbed the one out of the rooster because it was already off. I robbed it, and I had one up on the shelf, an extra one that I used in the Rocat hybrid. So I'm going to use this one in the Rooster, and then I'm probably going to order. I'm not going to put a Taylor one in, is what I'm saying. I'm going to order like one of those cheaper ones from Roven or something like that. Because in all actuality, this does not need this big, beefy back plate on it. Let's see here. Well, I'm going to go ahead and loosen this top black back plate, whatever you want to call it. So. Then it'll just make it easier to get this gear plate off. If it can kind of come up and out of the way a little bit. Yeah, it can. Okay, so I think we're just gonna pull these out if we can. Ooh, that was loose. Ruh-roh. Well, it's better than having to drill it out, I must say. Hey, what's up, Lotus? How you doing, bro? Yeah, what we're doing is we're popping this. We're taking this Roven 36cc single ring out, and we are going to be putting the Kraken K320 in it. Because what I was telling everybody earlier, that one was loose too. But what I was telling everybody earlier is that I want to see, because that Kraken K320, it had just a can exhaust on it, and I know for a fact it's going to be a better engine if it has a tuned pipe. So that's what we're going to throw in the Rocat hybrid, and we're going to see how it pulls it. Come on, there we go. Got the gear plate off. So now, we'll sit the trigger on that. Go. That's just gonna be loose in there. I don't think I used any Loctite on these. Okay, so that one's a 5mm. Where is it? There we go. Make it a bit more RPM. Yeah, it will. And yeah, that's what I was thinking about, the same for power. Because this is just, it's just a stock engine. The only thing that's different about it is it has the Rooster Tail 990 with a velocity stack on it. So turn this over more so you can see it. Then you can also always hitting the trigger on that stinking thing. Oh, I know what it is. I'm just going to loosen that, then bottom just for a little bit. There we go. One more up here. And it's packed full of mud. let's see if we can get a key in it now. No, not really. That is so annoying. It's like it's mud. It's like it's still mud. I don't get it. There we go. There we go. Now we should have a little bit better time. Actually, not really. But. Oh, it was that top bracket. It was. And I probably should have loosened them, but I didn't. So we got that all loose. We can get the clutch carrier out of there. Oops. So now yeah, put the K-Street in it. I've actually been kind of trying to figure out how I can make the pipe work. Because if I did put the Taylor 35 reed in here, I would want to use his pipe, because I just like that pipe. I know there's a lot of other ones out there, and I've also, I think it's Olamat and there's another one, but I've been thinking about trying out one of their pipes, maybe for the 71. Yeah, I don't think I Loctited any of this stuff together, guys. It's just coming apart way too easy. I know I did the chassis, the chassis bolts. Oh my goodness. Well, I've got a couple more of them up here. Let's get this one out. There we go. And last but not least, we got this one. It's kind of buried back in here that I'll use my ball end to get. And I got a little, I think it's a shock spacer I used. Here we go. So now the last one is that. The last bolt is this one right here. Then we'll just take the fuel lines off. Okay. Actually, we just pull it out like that. That's pretty sweet. Now where I'm gonna set this. Set this over here. And then I'll set this inside here. I'll put the fuel tank in later. So there we go. Put the 71. The 71 would probably break this thing in half, man. The 71, I'm kind of glad that you mentioned that, because the 71, it is such a beast. I mean, it's one thing to see it on camera, but it's a totally different experience to see it in person. Because I mean, the rooster tails that it throws on camera, it is no joke. It throws. I mean, it'll throw them higher than my head, and you definitely don't want to be standing behind it. That is one thing you do not want to be doing. And as far as all this stuff goes, I am not going to Loctite it while we're going together. And that's probably what I did last time with the other engine, is that I was like, well, I won't Loctite anything, then I'll pull everything out, and then I just ended up forgetting. Is what I think probably happened. Man, that's not working right. There we go. But yeah, no, like I was saying, the 71 Supreme, that is no joke. That thing, I'm telling you, that engine is for real, and it lives up to every bit of its nickname that Mike gave it. He gave it the nickname of the legend, and it lives up to every bit of it. It's unreal, the amount of power that it makes. It's just, I mean, it could pull you can tell by the way it runs, it could pull a human being easily. I don't know how many horsepower it has. And I've talked, with Mike about it and stuff, and he doesn't disclose horsepower ratings, and he's really not into that whole scene, because numbers can be messed with. It can depend on whether you're using SAE numbers, and there's just a lot of stuff that goes in with it, and so he told me he doesn't really look into that stuff. This bolt does not want to go in all the way. I don't know. What the deal is, to be honest with you. That is one short. I mean, it is short already, but yeah, I'd say every bit of 20 horsepower. I'd say every bit. That's going in a little bit better, but then it just seems like it's a bad spot. It's right in there. I just don't like the way it's doing that. Yeah, I don't like it one bit. Suppose I could change fan covers. I don't know whether they put a bunch of Loctite in here. I can't really. The bolt should be tapped the same depth. Oh yeah. I mean, like I said, it's going to be a mystery forever, but it's unreal. I'm just telling you. I mean, that 88 Diablo, that is just another beast on its own. So, I mean, they say that's just on another level of its own. So, I don't know what I'm going to do here, guys. I'm kind of debating on what I'm going to do as far as that, whether I'm going to just change fan covers or what, because that bolt is not going in that hole very well. I don't know what the deal is. Yeah, and I know, and I can get it about 3/4, almost to where that that deal that makes it, you know, fit non-countersunk. I can get to almost where that's tight, but other than that, I cannot do it anything with it. So that one just went right down. Snug it up. And this one's not even, I mean, it's not tight at all, but oh snap, we're gonna have to put a clutch on this. I forgot I robbed the clutch. So we're gonna have to take the clutch. Or did I rob the clutch? Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, I did. I robbed the clutch on the Kraken because no, I didn't. No, I did not. I put the center steel clutch in the Kraken. Yeah, there should be a clutch laying around here. Well, anyways, I'll find that later. I'm not gonna sit here and look for parts. That kind of bugs me though. There should be here it is, found it. All right, that's the clutch we're gonna use, but I'm gonna change that spring. See, this is the clutch that came on it, and I have another feeling, one of the other reasons why that thing, I got a Gava 8,000 RPM spring, so I'm gonna switch that to, but that looks like a 6,000, just by looking at it. Hey, what's up, RC Adventures? Cut the bolt. Yeah, I mean, I could do that. I have, you know, I have these specialty pliers that you can screw the bolt in and lop it off that way, but for the life of me, I don't understand why that's not going all the way in. But anyways, that's another thing, we got to come up with a different clutch connector. Because I wonder if well, we could probably use this one. Put a different clutch connector on it. Because I think that will work in a Baja, I'm pretty sure, but maybe not with the stock housing. I don't know. So anybody that does, let me know. So we got to get back to working on this bolt that won't quite go in. Yeah, I'm just figure out what we're gonna do. Maybe if I just keep working it in and out of the threads, it'll clear up. It seems like it's getting easier towards the bottom. Okay. Let's stop it right there. Just ain't quite tight, so I wish I had a tap this size, because the tap that I just got, and I'm not gonna run to Menards while I'm in a live stream to go get a tap, but the tap that I got Yeah, that's for a different size bolt. I got another one of those over here, but I don't know. Let me keep working it back and forth in there, and hopefully we can get her to where it's cinched down. Because, I mean, I could change that fan cover, but if I can get the bolt tight, why not? I'll just keep messing around with it. See, now it's even going further tight with my fingers. Yeah, I think that worked. I just had to keep working it in and out. Because I remember when I took these out, they had, and I can still feel it, they had quite a bit of Loctite in them. I was really impressed with how well the machine was Loctite, to be honest with you. Oh, we gotta put our spacer in there. This is what I was talking about. The little spacer, I can't remember. I got a ton of them. I can't remember where they come from. There we go. Here we go. Yeah. Gonna have to do this a quarter turn at a time. Well, anyways. Yeah, that's how far that one's gonna go. Because I'm gonna put it on the ground, put the suspension up so I can get that all the way tight. So we're just snugging things down for now. And now we'll come back over here. And I gotta figure out something with the clutch connector and a bolt. Because the clutch bolt is not even in there. I mean, the connector bolt is not even in there. You know, that bolt there would work. Or if I want it's in better shape, not so used. I suppose that one will work. So now next step is finding a clutch connector, and I'm gonna have to be over here digging through parts because I forgot all about that being off or whatever. Because I think I used the clutch connector, and that's why the clutch was off, because I used the clutch connector on the Vesla. That's a brand new clutch. Let me see here. Get this box over in the light. don't see a clutch connector in there. Thought I remember seeing one sitting over here. That I took off one of the other engines I had. Huh. Well, that's going to be kind of a crapshoot if I can't find a clutch connector. Maybe I'll find one down here. Well, yeah, I'm having a hard time finding a clutch connector, guys. Well, man, I need something to drink or something. My throat's getting itchy. I mean, I suppose, set that there. I suppose I could take it off the old Meyer ported. I think it's a 32. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I run this. But I suppose we could try taking the clutch. We'll take the clutch off this, and then we'll get the clutch connector off. I remember I had some sort of issue with this. Can't remember what it was. Oh, that's what it is. That's why I haven't ran it. I don't know if you guys can see that, but these bolts ended up sticking in the clutch carrier. And it looks like I used red Loctite on them. That's probably why they stuck. Anyways, guys, yeah, I wouldn't recommend using red Loctite. That stuff, once it sticks, it sticks. Or I mean, you know, whatever I'm saying. But anyways, we'll just hold the clutch. Hold the engine like that from spinning over, and then I'm gonna get some sockets. 14. Yep. And and then how was I grabbing that? Doesn't matter. Actually, I know another good trick. If I can find a size that'll work. Yep, that'll work, I think. No, it's gonna slip. Yeah, I can't remember what size works with that, but it's a trick I learned watching somebody's channel. I can't remember whose. This is an 8. I'd probably do 9. Yeah. That was the 9 and it's 2. Well, anyways. Oof. I'll just hold it with these pliers. I don't know what. Oh, like a monkey, you know what, in a football right here. All right, there we go. There we go. And grab a hold of it again. There we go. Just set this clutch and washers down over here. Now, oh, maybe this is where that trick comes in. I think this is where that trick comes in. It's not with the actual clutch. Or, I don't know. I know it works with one of them. But, let's work on getting this out. Hopefully this is not Loctited in to where I can't get it loose. Actually, that was loose. Man, I'm finding a lot of loose bolts today. Loose nuts, whatever you want to say. Hell, I could use this clutch connector bolt. Ooh. Lots of Loctite on that. Get it started back in the hole a little ways. And how do I want to go about doing it? I think we'll just use the clutch tool I got with my 40 GT. Okay, now I need a 5/16. Screw these down in here ways. That's not what very nice with me. Okay, there we go. And then what we'll do is we can put we'll put this nut underneath there, take up some more of the space. Okay, got that all done up. Next thing we're going to do is just tighten this bolt down. There we go. Now, oh, just popped. I was just getting ready to smack the top of this with a hammer and she popped. So now we'll just pull this clutch tool off. Am I missing any comments? Guys, I'm just, if I'm missing some comments, it's not because I'm ignoring you. I try to say this in every stream. It's because I have my back to, I got my TV out here that I look at you guys' comments off of, and I have my back to it. And if I don't turn around and look at it while I'm wrenching and stuff, which I don't always do, I don't see your guys' comments, and they you might type them and they might show up and then disappear before I see them. So, I mean, I could scroll through and read some comments on my phone, but then I would have to stop doing what I was doing. So, let's see, take that out, and we got our clutch connector, and that's got a lot of weird stuff in it. You gotta try to clean out there. I cleaned a majority of it out. Just run this O-ring pick through it. I just don't want it. I don't want that. Whatever's. I don't know whether it's Loctite. It doesn't appear to be Loctite, but or I don't know what it is, but I just don't want it messing with my this taper seat. So that's why I'm cleaning that crap out of there. So we got the clutch connector off. I'm gonna set this engine and everything back over in this box. And I will be right back with the Rocat hybrid. And then yesterday, that video yesterday, you can see that's why that front wheel is so wobbly. What happened is this spindle, or what do you want to call it, that steering knuckle, it's got two pins, a bolt that goes in through this side, and then a pin that goes in through the bottom side. And that pin through that roll somehow got out of its home or whatever, and now we got a bunch of play. But I'm pretty sure over there on my wall, I got some extra steering knuckle parts, so it shouldn't be a big issue. So, set the clutch connector on there. And yeah. Okay, I need my 4mm. No, that's fine. That's another thing I run into with my brain injury. When I'm starting a job like this, I get so many tools out. Eventually, I gotta start putting them back away because everything just runs together. I mean, I'll sit here and look for a tool that's right in front of my face and I can't find it. That's what I'm trying to say. But we are going to Loctite this. struggling here, guys. We'll put it right in first. Okay. My gun's about ready to die. It's actually, my gun is getting pretty old. I need to get a new battery for her. Switch it over to, get it switched over to lithium or something like that. So, what we should be able to do is this. It's towing in the engine over. Okay. Yeah, I don't think this is going to work. I'm going to have to stop the engine somehow from rolling over. And probably the easiest way is to just bite the bullet and pull off the starting pull start and hold it that way. Am I missing any comments? I don't know. Don't see any up there. Okay. Three. All right. I could turn it this way so you guys can see what I'm doing, but I'm taking off the pull start. Because there's a deal that I can hold on to get this thing tightened. Another thing I want to find out is if this is just like another Rovin 32, or I want to know if this is anything different. Gas power 32cc. It doesn't say anywhere on it what it is. Okay, so now we can hold the engine. There we go. Clutch connector is on. Next thing we gotta do is the clutch. So and we need the bolts sticking through. Put our washers on, and then we're going to throw some Loctite on. Those are 5s. There we go. Okay. Wait, I didn't change the spring in it. Damn it, I'm moving too fast. And I got it on backwards. Good thing I figured that out. I would have been so mad at myself. Okay. So we're gonna replace the spring. So what I do to replace my springs is I just break the clutch like that. Or I don't break it, but I just snap it apart. And I'm just getting rid of that spring is all I'm doing. And in order to do that, we gotta find an 8,000 RPM spring. You know, probably gonna struggle finding one of them, even though I got 1,000 of them laying around here. Here's one. Okay. I'm trying to get. See, then what I do is I put the, I think I showed this last time I was live too, but I put the spring in like that. And here, let me see if I can switch you guys over to my vise. And I'll try not to stand in the way while I'm doing it. But what we'll do, I'm gonna show you guys how I do this, is what I'm saying. So I just put the clutch in there like that. Here, let's stand on that side so you guys can see it. And I just go in with the vise, and you'll hear it snap in place. There it went. And there she snapped in place. That side's a little off, but there we go. She's, dang it. Come on. So instead of using this spring, because I don't like what it was doing to the clutch, we're going to use this one. And that one I don't know. I think it's a Taylor spring. Come on. There we go. All right. So we are going to use this one. We're just going to go back in. like we did last time. I don't know why. I was trying to get everything seated up right and it collapsed on me. There we go. That's a lot better. I like the way it popped in that time. It's not all weirded out and offset. So now we're gonna go back over here and we can stick our bolts through again. This time we're gonna put the clutch on the right way. I want my washers all facing the same direction. And then throw a little bit more Loctite on it. Watch. It'll come out all at once. There we go. And then 5mm, I just had it. There it is. So now there we go. Now we got everything jiving right. So now we got it all set up for 8,000 RPM on the clutch. So over here and we'll torque this bad boy down. Okay. There we go. This side. There we go. Hopefully those don't work loose. And then what I gotta do is, I'm glad I caught this too, because when I was tightening the clutch bolts, this starter deal started spinning. So I'm gonna hold the clutch and make sure I got that thing completely tight. Okay. Ah, there we go. Got it into the shoe just a little bit with the channel locks, but that ain't no big deal. So now I suppose we can go back with our carrier. And we'll want to Stick this in. Oh my goodness. It fell out and now it won't go back in. There, we got it in there. Woo! Okay, now we need a 4mm. Oh, duh. I don't know what I was doing. Okay, there, that's looking better. Oh my goodness. Well, I suppose we'll just take the top plate off. I didn't know that this was just going to be such a pain in the butt. I'm serious, this thing fell out of here. You watched me do it, take it apart, and I can't get it back in. With the bolt. So, what did you fall out again? Yeah. Oh, that's why. Uh, use the ball end. Wow. Talk about a struggle. That was a struggle, guys. That was a, I don't know why I did that, but that was a major struggle. Actually, I'm probably not going to want to do that. I'm going to just want to assemble everything loosely. So next, got this. Just loosen this stuff up like so, and then then we should be able to this is okay. So I'm just gonna have to go under here and loosen this some more. It's trying to be a royal pain in the butt. I'm thinking I might have a bout of Tourette's here, guys. I can feel it coming. So if that happens, don't worry, don't mind me. Okay. And then 4. Okay. So now I'm going to pull every one of them but this one out in Loctite. Because I did not Loctite it before, I could tell. Actually, let's do this. My battery's dead. Dude. Come on. Why is it? I always feel like everything's fighting me. everywhere I go, everything I do. Sorry to complain, but this is really getting annoying. Okay, there we go. Oh, it's about to start. Do I have the wrong bolt? Well. Okay. I don't understand what's going on here. Clutch carrier. Oh, this was a clutch carrier. I don't get it. But let's see what's going on. Yeah. Well, that's what the deal is. This bolt isn't long enough or something. Well. Suppose I could try. Depending on how long I'm going to sit here and mess around with it. Starting to get extremely annoyed. I mean, like, extremely annoyed. Yeah, I'm gonna go get, guys, I'm gonna end the live stream here. I gotta get a longer bolt. I don't know. I must have got lucky the first time. This should be long enough, but it's not unless I grab the wrong one. But I'm probably gonna end the live stream here, guys. Can you put a Taylor 35cc? Yeah. Yeah, I think you can. Are you talking about the actual head or the cylinder? Because I know he came out with a new cylinder that supposedly cools better, but as far as not a cylinder, but a head, like the cap that goes on top of the piston, I know he came out with a new one of those that cools a little better. The Reed cylinder. Yeah, you could put a V2 head on the I guess the 1.5 case or whatever. The case that he has out will fit both V1 and V2 because I have the V1 in my Vesla and or V1.5 cylinder on my 35 in the Vesla. The only thing is when Yeah, definitely different with the. If you don't have a reed already, it changes the way the engines breathe, and instead of breathing through, well, this intake port right here, they breathe down through the crankcase. So that, to me, that helped it get more power than the piston port. And then if you get the V2 cylinder, it's like the final product. You know, Mike was telling us that, you know, that before the twin was even released, that he wanted the V2 cylinders done so he could release the twin with the V2 cylinders. So, but the V2 cylinders, they will bolt on the case, and the V1.5s will bolt on the case too. So, but yeah, I for the life of me, guys, I can't figure out what in the hell is going on with this one bolt. I mean, you guys watched me pull it out of there, but it's, for some reason, it won't start. I probably should get on the drill press and wall these holes out a little bit more, but I'm getting to the point where I'm just going to go ahead and shut the live stream down and all that stuff, because I'm starting to get frustrated, and I don't want to have a Tourette's attack on live TV. So I'm going to go ahead and stop it here. It seems like everything's fighting me, and there's going to be better days for it. So I'm going to go ahead and stop everything here, and I appreciate everybody stopping by and checking out the live stream and everything. Hopefully next time it'll be a little bit more eventful, and we'll actually, you know, accomplish something besides pulling on that engine. It seems like every time I go live, I'm pulling an engine on something, and I never get the one I'm installing quite finished. But anyways, I'm gonna go. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the live stream. And thanks for everybody stopping by and all that stuff. And I thank you for everybody. And I'm working on getting. What was it this morning? I had 3,974, I think, 3,974 subscribers. So I'm almost to 4,000. And something special is going to happen at 4,000, guys. So, yeah, I just wanted to mention that and all that stuff. So make sure you like the video. Everybody comment on the one that's not live if you want. Like the video, share it, do all that stuff. And don't forget, guys, we will see you in the next one.